Coming up on Arkansas on Campus, finals are fast approaching. We'll tell you how students are studying and coping with stress.
And one local fashion designer had his first pop-up this weekend. Stick around to learn more about this and other local stories. Arkansas on Campus starts right now.
Welcome to Arkansas on Campus. I'm Adam Loria.
And I'm Joshua Weisel. Thank you for joining us. Since the spring semester, there have been a severe uptick in cases of COVID-19 with 142 deaths in the past month. There are reasonable concern for residents in the area. Reporter Caleb Burkholder has more to the story.
It's not a pandemic, but there is a rise in COVID. Here's more to the story.
But that doesn't mean it's all sunshine and roses. This time last year, there were on average 5 COVID-related deaths in a week. There have been 7 COVID-related deaths reported just last Monday. Despite this severe increase in people contracting the virus, Carl Corbell, a pharmacist working at Live Well Pharmacy, wants to remind us of the methods to avoid getting sick.
Aside from staying vaccinated, eating a well-balanced diet and exercise and just maintaining general good health is another good way to prevent severe complications. Stay vaccinated, stay away from someone if you know they're sick. And other than that, if you don't feel well, get tested. And if you test positive, just stay at home for 5 days and then you're good to go back.
While most of us are able to pop into the local drugstore to get treatment and a vaccine, those less fortunate typically have nowhere to turn. Janet Gardner from New Beginnings makes it known that the homeless always have a place to turn to for their medical needs.
We're providing a cabin like the one that I'm sitting in, and so a bed, 3 meals a day, and access to health care.
It's important during this time to use the resources available to us to keep yourself healthy and keep our community safe from COVID. No matter who you are, there are resources to help you stay safe.
For more information about treatment and vaccinations, visit your local pharmacy or go to www.healthy.arkansas.com.
With finals less than 2 weeks away, students are starting to feel the stress. UATV's Amber Mears has more on the story.
With big tests comes high stress. But luckily for you, the University of Arkansas has plenty of resources to help you take a break.
With finals week right around the corner, many students are going into crunch time. For junior Lindsay Wilson, the stress is starting to settle in.
What stresses me out about finals is that it weighs so much more than other tests half the time, or it's just as much. But since it's cumulative, I'm not remembering stuff from the first test because I'm focused on the other tests so much.
Throughout this time of year, Wilson tries to remind herself to take a break.
Whenever I study a ton for something, it just fries my brain. So I go for a lot of walks, or I'll just go to a lunch, sit on the phone with people, watch a lot of just silly podcasts that kind of just make me forget about school.
If you are looking for a break from studying, Brianne Carter, the spokesperson for Pat Walker, recommends attending the CAPS Playday on May 2nd from 11 to 2 with activities, music, food, and more.
There are various different stress relief activities. The most popular thing about that event is that they always have dogs from the Fayetteville Animal Services, so people love to come and play with the dogs.
CAPS also provides an outlet for students to relieve stress in their relaxation room, Monday through Friday inside Pat Walker.
Massage chairs, low mid lighting, different sort of puzzles and things that you can do.
Throughout finals, Mullins Library is also putting on a plethora of events and supplying snacks to help students get through this final push.
If you or someone you know is wanting to get started with CAPS, you can visit them at the second floor of the Pat Walker Health Center or go online at health.uark.edu. For Arkansas on Campus, I'm Amber Mears.
Thanks, Amber. As the semester starts to wind down, remember to use your resources and don't forget to take a break.
We all have our own routine for finals preparation, but what is the preparation like for those helping others get ready for their finals? Tyler Arnold has the story.
We all know finals can be stressful for all. So I sat down with a student tutor to see his perspective on the dreadful week.
Slowly creeping up on us, students are starting to prep for what is known as a very stressful time. During this time, it is easy to get distracted and worn out fast with studies. I talked with student tutor Davis Cooper to discuss what he sees from his side during finals prep.
So I've been tutoring through the Student Success Center since January 2022. So currently I tutor finite math and a little bit of public speaking, mostly the finite math. But in the past, I've also tutored business law and a little bit of data analytics.
When talking with students, Cooper emphasizes two key pieces of advice for them to follow.
The two biggest things I give them is time management and giving themselves distractions, I guess I would say. So time management, it's more, just planning your day out pretty thoroughly, making sure that, you're getting to everything that you need to, but then kind of in tandem with that, making sure that, they're going out and, being active, hanging out with their friends, kind of not necessarily just fully focusing on, these tests that they have coming up, as that's a super easy way to burn yourself out.
I asked Cooper how he prepares for his finals, and this is what he had to say.
I usually tutor in the morning up until from 9 o'clock up until all the way until I'd say about 2, because I like to do my studying at night and then later in the afternoon, in the evening, give myself the time in the afternoon to study, but also get some work hours in.
If you want to take advantage of tutoring opportunities for finals, you can visit the Student Success Center's website and click on the Tutoring, Coaching, and Writing tab, then click Schedule an Appointment. Here you can see an assortment of classes and times to sign up for.
Always remember, don't be too hard on yourself. You're going to do okay. I'm Tyler Arnold with Arkansas on Campus.
Thanks, Tyler. Well, moving on to our next story, we have... Okay, so moving on to our next story, the York debate team is probably unfamiliar to most, but have won many awards, including a few prestigious awards at nationals this year. The university, however, has not given them any funding. Katie Glanton has the story.
Hi. The York debate team has won many awards at the nationals this year, but they only get money from their fundraising that they do throughout the year for lodging and the travel to the event. The university does not give them any money at hand.
The UARK debate team has been an RSO since 1896, but was reestablished in 2020.
They have gone to nationals 3 times since then, including this year. They went to nationals the weekend of April 14th in Starksville, Mississippi, bringing home over 24 awards. Even with all the awards won, they do not receive funding from the university.
At nationals, we won 24 awards. We've won many more over the course of the year, but at nationals specifically, I finished in the quarterfinals for varsity debate. My debate partner, Austin Keefe, finished in octo quarters. Aubrey Watkins finished as a semi-finalist in junior varsity, as well as winning the overall speaker award for the junior varsity division.
Even with all the awards won, they do not receive funding from the university.
Sabita Barentine, president of UARK debate, said they have many fundraising campaigns throughout the school year to make up for the lack of funding.
Actually, this weekend we're making buttons at an exec meeting so that we can sell them and make money, and that's kind of how we have subsidized, I suppose, the costs for hotels and travel and things like that.
Even without the funding from the university, the debate team seems to thrive and brings honor back to the University of Arkansas.
If you would like to support the UARK debate more, be on the lookout for their button sales in the spring and fall. For Arkansas on Campus, I'm Katie Glanton.
Thank you, Katie. If you would like to support the UARK debate team further, follow them on Instagram at UARK Debate.
Many businesses may struggle to combat the seasonal nature of their business. Shakes Frozen Custard isn't one of them. I sat down with the folks at Shakes to learn more.
Shakes is more than just an ice cream shop. They're a staple of Fayetteville.
We're a family-owned business. We source and use organic and all-natural product to serve a high-quality custard.
But what sets Shakes apart during the winter months is their partnerships with University of Arkansas sports.
That's delicious.
We sell our hot chocolate in the colder during football, obviously hot chocolate every game, and then also our ice cream, and then baseball, softball, volleyball, gymnastics. We are every single sport at the University of Arkansas. You will find our locations there.
Because of their partnership with Arkansas Athletics, Shakes has eliminated what's usually an inevitable dip in winter sales.
When the business is colder, it obviously dips a little bit, but having that partnership with the universities helps offset our balance for our peaks and our lows. The bell curve used to go like winter, and then it would go summer, and then it would drop back down the fall. Now it kind of goes like this.
Today, Shakes sells custards across 3 states, looking to continue to build around college campuses.
Fayetteville and then Norman, Oklahoma, and Tallahassee, Florida, where we're at. You built that model together, and you start in the school, and then you open a store, so then the store is being supported by the school.
And now that the cold weather has melted away, Shakes is ready for that usual summer spike.
Being one ice cream store on a street that has 5 ice cream stores on it. And we're seeing record high sales for us just because of the partnerships that we have.
So if you think it's hard to sell ice cream when it's cold outside, think again. And next time you're at a Razorback sporting event, be sure to check out a Shakes concession stand. As always, go Hogs. And when we come back, a local fashion designer had his first pop-up this last weekend. And the new basketball coach, how does that affect sales for small businesses? Those stories and more when Arkansas on Campus returns.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer. Advocate. Donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Check, check, 1, 2. I am on microphone 1.
I can't hear you guys, but can you hear me?
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, Jeff.
Yes.
After Paige's package,
Mhm.
you need to make sure that Adam is back. It's a two-shot. We close the tag,
two-shot?
tag her story, and end the show on a two-shot. Yes.
My IFB just died. He said
We're good. Yeah. You know, I used to not allow IFBs in ALC at all, so y'all are just lucky that I'm letting you have them. So it's fine.
So will Adam tag out Paige's story?
Yes.
And then
They
okay.
close-
so
and then they
A,
close
B, C, D, E, F, G,
So I'll
H, I, J.
Maybe one.
Got it.
Okay.
This past weekend, a local fashion designer held his first fashion pop-up in Fayetteville. I spoke with him to learn more about how the pop-up went. This previous Saturday, if you heard engines rumbling across town, it was most likely the cars attending a local pop-up at Black Market in Fayetteville. The event on Saturday was hosted by Black Market, Yankee Special, and TogeCon, and it brought together local artists, photographers, and car enthusiasts, and one new fashion designer in town, Brian Pauken, and his company, Akasai.
I would say the first pop-up went really well. I would say I was a little unprepared. It was 3 months into the making, and I don't have that much to do. But then I ended up not sleeping from Thursday to Friday, just working on stuff, from like tags to bags. Having to like pivot from like doing pants, doing bottoms, not being able to do bottoms. I mean, it turned out, it was a really good turnout. I think the most important part was like having my friends pull up and then buying the merch, but not like buying it because it's mine, but because they actually like it. But also having like, customers I don't really know or that I'm not really close with, being really interested in the clothing as well.
Events like this are special in Fayetteville, as it brings those with similar hobbies and interests together over the love of cars, and local brands can help support other brands with pop-ups like this.
You can follow us at akasai.studios on Instagram, and I think that is all our socials because I don't have any other socials. And if you're looking for it and you're like, oh, this account doesn't have any posts, that's us. We don't have any posts yet.
Be sure to scan that QR code if you'd like to learn more about Brian and his fashion company. He was so dedicated to that pop-up, he hand-sewed every tag on every shirt sold on Saturday.
A student on on campus started his very own nonprofit organization, working with the homeless shelter for communities to thrive.
A student on campus is making a difference in our community. Here's the story. A nonprofit organization was started by a student on campus to help our community thrive.
Thriving Arkansas Communities is it's a nonprofit. We started just about a year ago. Me and some other students just wanted to have a way for us to put our creative minds together and do the things that we see that need change in our community.
Thrive holds a canned food drive throughout Greek life, and all donations are donated to Seven Hills Homeless Center in Fayetteville.
Understand that it takes a community to take care of each other. The older you get, the more you'll understand about community and how it impacts everyone.
This nonprofit has impacted many lives in our community and will continue to do so. If you are looking for ways to give back to the community, here is a way to get involved. You can donate anytime using their website, sevenhillscenter.org. Back to you, Adam.
Thanks, Molly. Go give them a follow on Instagram at Thriving Arkansas Communities for more details about their journey.
On April 10th, Arkansas basketball started a new coaching era with the hiring of new head coach John Calipari. UATV's Jeffrey Johnson has more on the story.
Thanks, Josh. I spoke with a local business owner who says fans have high hopes for the new head hog.
The fan base was growing kind of weary. Basketball team did not perform this year. They kind of ended the season on a thud.
On April 4th, former Arkansas basketball head coach Eric Musselman announced he'd be leaving to take on the head coaching position at USC.
Nobody was really in a good mood, so I think making a change worked out for everybody involved.
On April 10th, a new head hog was hired.
And now, let's welcome to the court, joined by his wife, Ellen, the head coach of your Arkansas Razorbacks, John Calipari.
The owner of Stadium Shop, Robert Mann, says he's already seen lots of support from the new coach.
We've gotten a lot of orders for basketball merchandise that we weren't getting before the announcement. So, yeah, it's definitely a boost in sales.
Mann says he also has new products inspired by Coach Calipari.
One of them is the athletic departments in the universities using the term Cal the Hogs. We got another one that's kind of a take on an Italian restaurant that says, "Welcome to the Cal Zone," and that being Bud Walton Arena is the Cal Zone. For the past 2 or 3 days, that's been the primary seller.
Mann says he's excited for the new coach, but he knows Coach Cal has a lot to do before practices begin. Luckily, the new head hog is more than aware of the program's needs.
I'm like, let's go. Now, I met with the team. There is no team. We got to get a roster together.
At Kentucky, Coach Calipari had a record of 410 to 122, having won 6 SEC tournament titles and a national championship. For UATV, I'm Jeffrey Johnson.
Thanks, Jeffrey. You can find the Stadium Shop on Razorback Road next to the baseball field.
A global event is happening in 2025, and a group is coming together to participate. Here is Brenna Ralston for more.
If you're interested in finding a new community, Bonnie King is hosting an event in 2025 that might make you interested.
I'm a teaching assistant professor at the University of Arkansas, and I teach in the K-6 teacher preparation program, and I also help gather women every year for something called If Gathering.
If Gathering is a women's conference that started in Texas in 2015, and for their 10-year anniversary, they're doing something a little different.
Next year, on March 1st, 2025, is going to be the first ever global gathering of every believer. There's about 2.5 billion Christians on earth.
While Gather 25 is the first time the conference is open to everyone, Bonnie King has been organizing If U of A for the past few years.
All of my friends that I work with at the university and any college students that I know, and just invite them to come together and just encourage each other and find new community.
Gather 25 will also be open to anyone who is wanting to learn about the Christian religion. If you are interested, you can learn more on their Facebook or Instagram page or at their website. For Arkansas on Campus, I'm Brenna Ralston.
To learn more about the event, go to www.gather25.com.
Graduation is just 2 weeks away. This accomplishment can often lead to seniors feeling overwhelmed about life after the hill. AOC reporter Connor Marsh joins us with more.
Leaving college behind can lead to stress and anxiety. I sat down with one senior and a mental health specialist to talk about ways to reduce stress this graduation season.
Graduation is just around the corner, and many seniors are feeling the pressure.
All of that can be overwhelming. And so I say breathe, just take a deep breath and kind of get your thoughts together.
Many factors can lead to students to feel stress, especially without career plans post-grad.
Understanding that sometimes things won't look like what we expected them to be originally, but that's okay. Let's find other avenues to get there.
Maddie Phipps is a senior at Arkansas. She says that finding a job has been stressful.
I have applied for jobs post-grad, but it's been difficult to get anything. The job market right now is really kind of stressful. A lot of jobs are asking for 5 years of experience for an entry-level position, and that's really difficult to try and get past in the application process.
However, she's still excited to walk across that stage.
I am honestly so excited to graduate. I, in all honesty, haven't had the best 4 years.
Dr. Lynn Lay says that it's important to rely on those around you to lift you up during times of stress.
I would encourage, all students to be open and vocal about that. Be willing to be vulnerable. Like find your safe person that you can talk to, and talk about what scares you.
Phipps says that allowing yourself to fail is the key to not feeling overwhelmed.
Being in college has taught me that I can't take everything so seriously, but real life is serious, and you have to make good choices, but you also need to allow yourself to fail.
And that ultimately she's excited to start a new chapter in life.
I hope for myself that I'm able to live the life that I want to live, whether or not I'm using the skills that I learned in university or not.
Now, although it can be stressful, graduation is a huge accomplishment and one that you should be proud of. Congrats, seniors. I'm Connor Marsh reporting for AOC.
Thanks, Connor. Graduation ceremonies begin Friday, May 10th, and to learn more, visit registrar.uark.edu and click on the graduation tab.
With finals week right around the corner, burnout rates are exceedingly high. UATV's Paige Edmond has more on the story.
Availability has increased on campus and has become a part of students' daily routine and has had some adverse effects. Here's the story.
As finals week approaches, students turn towards caffeinated drinks to stay active and alert. University of Arkansas sophomore Callie Files says she consumes around 3 caffeinated beverages a day.
I am a very low energy person in general, so it's hard for me to keep motivated.
For many, caffeine has become a part of their daily routine.
So in the mornings, I wake up and I get a cup of coffee, and then in the afternoon, I drink another cup of coffee. I just decide sometimes if I want to have a Red Bull.
Campus dietitian Andy Montgomery believes students are turning towards caffeinated drinks because of the stress and their easy access.
It's the easy thing to grab that helps you feel like you can power through a long day of classes or a long study session.
Caffeinated beverages can have several adverse effects on people if overconsumed.
Caffeine comes with added sugars and added fat that our body doesn't need.
Montgomery recommends getting a full night's sleep and other alternatives to maintain high energy levels.
I'd say starting with a well-balanced diet before turning to caffeine is one step that a student could take.
While caffeine is available, that doesn't mean it's the only way to have energy for finals. Getting exercise, eating protein, and sleeping for 8 hours are great options to maintain daily energy. Back to you.
Thanks, Paige. For more information on safe caffeine consumption, visit www.fda.org.
Well, that's it for Arkansas on Campus, and congratulations to all graduating seniors. I'm Joshua Weisel.
I'm Adam Lorio. That's all we've got for the rest of the year. See you guys next semester, and go Hogs.
Go Hogs.